Hello, budgeting friends. Welcome or welcome back. My name is Chris, and this is Budgeting with Chris. I'm so glad you are here for another Budget with Me video. We are going to do a small review of our budget, and then I'm going to show you how I take my semi-monthly paycheck and turn it into a weekly paycheck so that I'm able to cash stuff each week, even though I only get paid twice a month. I get paid on the 10th and the 25th of every month, like clockwork. So I don't have those magic months that some people receive with their paychecks. Um, because of that, since I don't receive a paycheck every other week, my paycheck is slightly on the higher side than a person who gets paid biweekly. Um, it does make it difficult to try and figure out how to budget that, especially when I want to do cash stuffing every week. So I will show you what I do to make it work for me. Other people might be different. It's completely up to to each individual person how they want to budget their money, but this is how I do mine. So let's get started by doing a quick overview of October. We are about 2/3 of the way through the month. So we have paid all of our bills. Remember, all of my bills get paid with my first paycheck of the month. So all of these green dots have been taken care of. They have all been paid. My account has been deducted for those payments. So now we are just waiting for these next three, which come out with my second paycheck of the month. And it's half my rent, the other 3/4 of my car payment, and savings, however much I deem for that month that I'm going to put into savings. This month, it's $200 that are going into savings for October. So we can see that we are all caught up. If we turn to our monthly budget sheet, we see that I haven't finished paying rent. I still have half of that to go, or car payment. I still have 3/4 of that to pay. All the other bills have been paid for. And down here, we can actually adjust this because since October brings 5 weeks for me, this coming week is not a cash envelope stuffing for some of them. Some of them are just monthly, so they only get stuffed 4 times. Others are weekly, so they get stuffed every week. Groceries, we are going to make it into a weekly. It used to be a monthly, but I'm going to change it into a weekly just because I have found that I do need those $50 every week in order to be okay with groceries. So it's actually going to be $250 for this month. Gas is on a monthly basis, so it is just $100. We have finished stuffing that envelope. Toby as well, he is on a monthly, so he is $150. We have finished stuffing him for this month. Spending is a weekly, so it will receive an additional 8, so it's going to be 68 for this month. And eating out will receive an additional, I'm sorry, not 68. Spending gets 15. So it will receive 75. Eating out gets 8, so it will receive 40 this month. And miscellaneous is going to get an additional 5 for the 5th week, so it'll be 25. So let me pull this out and calculate what my cash envelopes are for this month. So we are at $640 for our cash envelopes this month. Now I do know that this is going to be $1120 and this is going to be $300 because I take those specific numbers out of my paycheck. So I could technically go ahead and fill out this without filling this. I will finish putting the numbers in here once I have paid that off. I just don't want to confuse myself. But let's do the math real quick. So 1120 plus, just going to say 117, 22, 19, 150, 45, 50, 6, 11, 10. So 1550. Oh, I forgot the I forgot the car. So $18.50. And I'm just rounding up, guys. I don't really mind the cents that are left over here. And I'm so sorry if you could hear that motorcycle. It was very loud. So that's how much we've paid there. That's how much we have paid here for our cash envelopes. Now, to figure out how much I actually have, I don't know that yet. So I can't do much more there. But we are going to look at, because I do want to cash plan with you guys today. So I am going to look at how much I am potentially going to make this month, or this paycheck rather. So I'm going to pull a sheet of paper from the back of my planner real quick. And I will get on with explaining to you guys how I figure out how much I cash stuff each week. So, and please put any questions in the comments because this might get a bit confusing and sometimes it's hard to explain money things. All right. I have no idea how much my paycheck is going to be this coming pay period because we switched insurances at work. And so now my insurance is going to cost me a little more than it originally did. So with a semi-monthly paycheck on a salary, you're almost guaranteed the same pay amount each pay period, which is great for me because I can figure out ahead how much I'm going to cash stuff and how to allocate it and all of that fun stuff. However, because I don't know exactly how much they're going to take out for my new insurance, I am unable to guarantee myself how much I'm going to receive. I do know that currently, after taxes and after insurance and all of the fun stuff is taken out, my paycheck, my full paycheck, is $20.15. That's how much I get paid twice a month. So monthly, I get paid $430. Okay. This is with my old insurance. I anticipate my new insurance to deduct at least another $10 from my paycheck. I don't think it's more. If I'm remembering correctly, it's only about $8 that it's going to be over what I pay right now. However, I'm not 100% sure, so I'm just going to round up to 10. So I'm going to subtract those 10 from here, and we're just going to do 2005. And we're going to anticipate that's what my paychecks are going to be each semi-month pay period. So each month I would receive $4,010. That's if I get my paycheck twice a month. I want to divide this into 4 paychecks a month or into weekly paychecks. So to do that, I'm going to take this 410, I'm going to multiply it by 12 because there are 12 months in a year. That gives me an estimate of how much I would get yearly. I'm going to divide that by however many weeks are in a year. There are 52 in a year, so we divide it by 52, and that gives us $925. I do not take into account the change, guys. I don't like to work with it, so it just stays in the bank account. If I need to like pay my credit card and it requires some extra change, it'll roll over into that. But I don't count it when I'm doing this budgeting process. So $925 is what it's going to be weekly. So if I multiply it by 2, that is $18.50, which if you notice is what I budgeted here, $18.50. Okay, the reason why I like to find my biweekly amount that I would be paid is because if you notice, this number is completely different from this number, which is what we started with. This is what I'm getting paid. This is what I am budgeting. So there is a discrepancy there. We can do oops, we have about $155 that is the difference between what I am budgeting and what I am actually paid. This $155 each paycheck, I am going to set aside in a separate account because there are those months that have 5 weeks that we are not budgeting for. This is budgeting for 4 weeks in a month. There are months, I believe 2 in a year, that bring 5 weeks. And if we don't set aside money for those 5 5th weeks, then we are not going to have anything to stuff that week. That is my logic behind it. So this gets rolled over, and sometimes if this budget ends up being a little bit on the shy side, or I need more money for some sinking funds, I might pull from here because each paycheck, taking $155 out of each paycheck in a year, you will save up a big chunk. So remember, there are 24 paychecks each year. So that would be 155 times 24. You are putting aside almost $4,000. And at the end of the year, you can take the remainder of here after you've taken your 5 weeks out and put it into saving. But what I like to do is look at this as a buffer for my stuffings, and I will pull a little bit each week to, supplement my cash stuffings. I will explain further. Let's take this coming week, for instance. I get paid on Friday. No idea how much the actual number is going to be. We're going to budget $1,850 because that's what I think it's going to be, or around there. So $1,850, and I have the remaining of my rent, so the other half of my rent, $559, 3/4 of my car left, which is $250. Oh goodness, $250. And I also have the high yield savings that I'm going to put. So it's $200 this month. So that leaves me with $841 for this pay period. This $841 is what I need to cash stuff in 2 weeks, because remember, this is a bi-weekly number now. This is bi-weekly. This is weekly. I hope I'm making sense, because it makes sense in my head, but sometimes numbers they don't make sense to everyone the same way. So since this is for 2 weeks, I do need to divide it by 2 to see what my cash stuffing amount will be for my first week. So if I divide this by 2, I receive $420. And remember, I don't like to work with the change, but in these instances, instead of just leaving that 50 cents, I will make 1 week $420 and the next week $421. That way, that equals up to $841. So this week we are working with $420. This is what we are going to cash stuff this week. And it's a pretty good amount, so I am not going to supplement it with any of this money. If it was a smaller amount, say for instance, if it was, I will show you. This is my bi-weekly pay, what I budget for a bi-weekly paycheck. At the beginning of the month, I have to subtract all of my bills from this paycheck. It is a lot more than just the 3 items that I subtracted to receive this number. So $1,850, I will take away half of my rent, my car insurance, 1/4 of my car payment, Simply Safe, my alarm, Toby's pet care, electricity is $150, Wi-Fi is $45, my phone is $50, and then all of my subscriptions equal out to $626.27. So it leaves me with 811. That's for 2 weeks. So if I were to divide that by 2, it leaves me with 405. So 405 and 406. I have a lot of sinking funds, and even though it is a low budget stuffing, however you want to say that, 405 doesn't give me a lot of room to do much. So I would take this 155 and I would subtract, let's add $20. So that would leave me with a supplement of 135, and then I would add those 20 here and I would cash stuff 125. So that's how I do my budgeting and figuring out what I am going to be cash stuffing. So as I said, we can put this away now. Let's move over to my cash planning sheets for this coming week. Can you guys believe that we are already going into November? I cannot. It is crazy to me. So we are starting with 420. And we are going to subtract our wallet to start off with. And remember, I am not subtracting any, or stuffing my wallet rather, with any money for Toby, for gas, for Toby or for gas. Each of them usually receives, Toby receives about 13 and gas receives 25. So those $37, $38 are going to be allocated to cash stuffing. So I already calculated how much my wallet is going to be stuffed this week, and it's going to be 78. So we'll subtract 78, and then we can go into our sinking funds. Oh, I forgot I had this in here. All right, household has 78. I have not done my cash unstuffing yet, guys. I know I mentioned it in the past couple of videos. That is coming at the end of this week. So I haven't done it yet. So I do still need to unstuff some of these envelopes. So household has 78. Because I have to go to, or I have gone, I should say, to Costco, I'm going to put 10 in here. Health is at 138. We have 332. I'm gonna start by taking 15 out of here. We'll see if we can maybe add some more. I just want to get these envelopes that are in debt paid off as soon as possible. Technology is at 45. We are not using this. Well, I did use it, but it wasn't a lot, so we're just gonna do 5. All right, beauty needs a condensing. We reallocated one of our savings challenges to it, and just in time because I purchased some beauty things on Amazon. I'm not 100% sure if they're going to work yet, so if they don't work, I'm going to be returning them. So I haven't unstuffed this yet. I don't know if I will. I have to figure out if what I purchased is going to work. It has 55. I'm just going to add 5 because it did just get a big stuffing. Spending. I think I still have some money in my wallet from this week. I didn't use all of my money, so this will get whatever's left in there. I'll just add its regular 5. Books. It is going to, it has 12. Let's make it an even 15. I'm just going to put 3. Subscriptions. It has 83. And it'll probably get really stuffed at the beginning of next month again, just like this month. So let's just do its regular 5. And these, of course, you know, they receive the same amount each week. So fun and social and treat yourself are just going to get 5 each. All right, we are at 284, and my laptop, which is my other envelope, is at 210. Let's do a 20, regular 20. We've been putting 20 in here. That's just the back to bank envelope for this binder. That is all set. All right, into my low priority. Car maintenance. It is 165. I am going to skip this again. I will probably end up writing it in because my wallet will get unstuffed for my gas since we are not stuffing gas anymore this month, and that will roll over into this envelope. Special occasion. It has 40. I don't think we're doing anything special. No. So let's do just a regular 5. All right, guys. Sorry about that. The mic got caught off, and I did not realize that I was talking to myself. More so than normal. Anyway, planner and content both get 5. I already subtracted those, and tattoos is going to get 5 this week, as well as surgery. So I already did those, and I took them off of the numbers here. Miscellaneous is going to receive 2. It has 20. I have decided not to put odd numbers into my envelopes anymore. So this is the last time books is going to get 3, just because it would give me an even 15. And so from now on, it will receive $2 or $4. I just don't want uneven numbers or any way that my envelope will end up with a 1, like a 11 or 21 or 31, because in that case, I will take the 1 out and put it into my $1 challenge. That was the whole spiel that my mic cut me off on. Rainy day is going to receive, let's do 2 for rainy day also. All right, so these is online. Oh, rent rollover will get its regular $1 today because we do have a paycheck. All right, so that is everything for this binder. Now let's pull out our high priority or long-term binder. And we are going to start with extra car payment. It has 95. We are going to just add its regular 5. And look at that, we are at $100. Condo insurance, it has 400. And it is not going to get anything this week. Actually, I don't need to write it in. I just remembered. This envelope has a budgeted $100 per month. So once it reaches 100, it does not need to get stuffed. October is a 5-week month for me, so condo insurance will not get stuffed this week. Taxes is going to receive its regular 5. It has 105, so then it'll have 110. That's good. Fur baby, looks like it could do with a condensing, but it is at 453, and this is also an envelope that has a designated amount per month. So this is budgeted 100 each month. Once it reaches 100, it's done. So that envelope will not get stuffed this week. Travel has 120. We'll add a regular 5. Birthday is going to be skipped as well. And these are online for emergency fund and for our savings. All right, so that is all for our sinking funds. Let's put here some of our savings challenges. So if I pull out Big Blue here, he is my 100 envelope. Our next number technically is 6, but since it is the 5th week of the month and we do have so much extra money, I am going to fill out a higher number, I think. Let's do 15 because we have a little bit extra cash this week. So 15. And then I am also going to do our Christmas challenge this week. So I need to pull out my little scratcher from Livyland. And let's scratch, I'm gonna do this corner one. All right, so we scratched off 35 for this coming week. So that is what we will budget. All right, and that is everything in this binder. Let me put the little charm in there. And then of course we have our no spend. I have spent this week. I'd have to really think about what I've spent. But we're gonna subtract 7 because that's what we budget, $1 per day. Any days that we do spend where we don't earn that dollar is going to go into my dollar challenge. All right, and then of course we have our Saving Sunday and our Mini Monday. I am going to subtract the 40 from Saving Sunday. And let's do the regular 60 for mini, subtracting the 40 from Mini Monday, and let's do a 60 for Saving Sunday, plus we have an IOU, so I'll take away 62. All right, 62. That's a good chunk for Saving Sunday. That leaves me with $40 extra that I can put into some sinking funds. Where to put that money? Okay guys, so something is not adding up. I think I might have forgotten to or double subtracted something from here. So I'm gonna go back to 420 and do this math real quick. Okay guys, so I'm left with $60, and I forgot actually that I am budgeting $60 per month for taxes, and I have only stuffed 25 this month, so I'm going to actually budget the difference for this week. So I have put in $20 this month into taxes, and I should be putting 60, so it's missing 40. So we're gonna do 40 here, which I had already subtracted 5 from taxes beforehand, so I'm gonna take 35. So that leaves me with $25 to play with. I'm gonna put $10 into content because like I said, it is in the negative. I'm gonna put $5 more into health because it's also in the negative. And we'll do $10 into my laptop because I wanna get that paid off as soon as possible. So I'm gonna make this 20, which is a 5. I'm gonna make this 30, which is 10. And I'm going to make this 10, which is 5. So I have $5 left to figure out what to do with. All right, guys, I'm going to add the $5 to rainy day because I know that some of the purchases that I've made recently don't have an envelope, so I'm gonna pull them from this one. So I'm gonna just add the extra 5 here to try and add a buffer into that envelope. All right, now I'm gonna go through one last time just to make sure these numbers are correct, and we will get on with the denominations. All right, guys, that is 0. We have reached back down to 0 for a zero-based budget. So let's go ahead and figure out our denominations. For my wallet, I need a 50 for groceries. I need a 10 and a 5 for spending, a 5 and 3 ones for eating out, and a 5 for miscellaneous. That's 50, 65, 75, 78. Okay. Household is going to get a 10. Health is going to get a 20. Technology will get a 5. Beauty and spending will get a 5. Books will get 3 ones. Subscriptions, fun, social, and treat yourself will get a 5. Other will get a 20 and a 10. Special occasion and planner will get a 5. Content will get a 10. Tattoos and surgery will get a 5. Miscellaneous will get 2 ones. Rainy day will receive a 5 and 2 ones. Rent rollover is going to get a 1. Extra car payment will get a 5. Taxes will get 2 20s. Travel will get a 5. 100 envelope will get a 10 and a 5. Christmas will get a 20, a 10, and a 5. No spend will get a 5 and 2 ones. Saving Sunday is going to get the same as last week, so that is going to be 8 5s. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 22 ones. And I'm going to make it a spicy Monday, mini Monday this week, guys. So I'm going to do 4 5s. Oops, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 20 ones. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 55 ones. That's 55. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 27, 31, 31 5s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 10s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 20s, and 1 50. No hundreds, so that's 50, 100, 60, and 31 times 5 is 155. So let's add these up and see if they equal our 420. $420. All right, guys, so that is everything for this week's budgeting and cash planning. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope I did not totally lose you guys with the way that I budget out my paychecks. I know it can get a little confusing. It's how my brain works, guys. It's how it works. And if you guys have any questions, or if you guys are also semi-monthly paid and budget weekly, let me know how you do it. How do you guys manage your paychecks monthly when you only get paid twice a month? I would love to hear from you guys in the comments. Please don't forget to like and subscribe so you can follow along with my financial journey. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.